March, spring break travel certainly starts with these high schools and colleges and just families wanting to take a vacation. And so there are a number of great deals being advertised and promoted, and we want to make sure that consumers are really cautious in booking their vacation travel. Be sure that when you are doing your comparisons, you're actually doing an apples to apples comparison as opposed to an apple to orange. And what I mean by that is if you are looking at the actual provider of the service, you're going directly to the airline, you're going to see the cost of that ticket and get that confirmation and understand what's included in that package. But if you're using a third-party provider, a discount service provider that may be putting a package together for you, it's really important that you understand what's all included versus what might not be included in that. Is the cancellation policy the same? Do you actually get a reserved seat on the airplane, or is it just that you're making a booking and you'll get whatever seats available, or you'll be in the overflow section and be on standby for the next flight? And understanding what's involved in your a la carte. Do you get to carry on a bag or not? And check that bag. So again, it's really important that you know all of those policies. Well, another thing that we've seen in some different cases is the representations made about when payment will be made. Sometimes you're just holding a reservation and don't actually receive a confirmation number, but there have been third-party service providers that have actually taken the payment on the upfront, and consumers didn't understand that that would be happening because they hadn't received a service, they haven't actually received any type of confirmation number. They just had a reservation. So take the time, understand all the fine print, and once you get your reservation, be sure that you communicate all the way through to the end provider if you have used a third-party discount purchaser. And what I mean is contact that hotel that you'll be using, contact that airline, and be sure you actually have a confirmation number from each one so you will have something when you arrive. So now that you're on your trip or you're packing to get ready to travel for that spring break, take a minute to just do a few things. If you're taking your iPhone, your tablet, whatever device that you want to stay in contact with, be sure it's updated with its latest operating system so you have any patches, because it's likely that you'll be connecting at some point during this trip. Take and analyze your location services. Are they set to the privacy level that you want? Because remember, identity theft can certainly happen year-round, but it can more likely happen when you are relaxed and your guard is down a little bit. So take the time on the upfront to protect yourself. And another non-technology step that you can do is just open up that wallet and see what's in it. Do you really need your Social Security card when you're on vacation? Leave that at home because you won't be applying for any job. There'll be no reason why you need that. If you're going overseas and need your passport, be sure that you have a means to keep that safe and lock it in a safe when you're in the hotel room if you don't need it on your person for whatever adventure you're on. But remember, identity theft can happen, so call the credit card company. Let them know you're traveling, because if they have different sensitivities, they may block you from using that card while you're on that trip. But if they know you're traveling, they'll expect it. And then be sure that you are just checking that bill when you get home to be sure nothing has happened and that card hasn't been compromised. So if a consumer encounters a situation, it's really important that you keep all the documentation that you have along the way as you make your reservation. What was the promotion that you responded to? What were the details, the fine print, the terms and conditions that you agreed to in the booking? And be sure as a consumer you don't just click the box that you agree to the term conditions. Take a moment to read them and be sure there isn't something in there that you disagree with. And it may even be how your information is shared with others, and all of a sudden you end up with all sorts of marketing information in your inbox. So don't just click that box to submit your order, really. Be sure you understand it, but then keep copies of all that, because if there is a dispute in the end, that's going to be important for the analysis to figure out what was actually promised to you.